What is up, YouTube? Oh man, that's way up there. I thought that was a little bit more reasonable. I am running into the wall. That's the big thing now. So yeah. So how's it going? I'm gonna be doing Oldemon. I'm gonna be doing some runs today, and honestly, I've been trying Mixer, and sorry, it's a little bit. It's just this. You know what? I don't need the pop filter. That's fine. I'll just be more careful. All right. So, anyways, we're gonna do Oldemon, and I will be doing commentary. I mean, if you guys want to come in and chat, you're watching this in the future, you want to leave that subscribe, that like, that follow, whatever, please do. Comment, whatever. I have pretty thick skin. Nothing obnoxious, of course. I say nothing obnoxious. What I mean, and I went the wrong way. What I mean by that specifically is, nothing you couldn't say in front of a police officer. Let's say that, right? I don't mind foul language. That's fine, but I don't want inappropriate content anywhere on this. So, But yeah, I'm willing to talk to you guys while I do this. Why not? I'm not talking to anybody else right now. So, this is a second test, actually, of me doing. Oh, come on. My second test on YouTube. The first one got flagged for audio. It's fine. I didn't mind that. And it said if I didn't mind, I could just keep doing that. I like to do this as my more formal streaming setup, but currently I am generally on Mixer. This week was my anniversary. I've been married 10 years Wednesday, so I decided to kind of take a back, let the stream take a back seat this week, and just kind of go through our week and play it out by ear, because I am physically handicapped, so when I have doctor's appointments, things like that, I have to kind of let me move this a little bit more. I have to kind of prioritize those as a priority, I guess, to not sound redundant, but yeah, so that's generally the idea. I also used to run a podcast, and what ended up happening was I decided that YouTube is much more discoverable as far as that goes. It's easier just to discover content creators, things like that, on this platform. The other thing is that between this and Mixer, I think stream activity is about the same, to be honest. And though I really like the ability to viewers to get that free sticker money in Mixer, it's sacrificing my ability to move on to a bigger platform and play. I hope I don't get lost in here, which I have done since I played Classic. I always get lost in here. But in no way do I want it to be a determination, if you would, of avoiding this platform. The platform, it's in and of itself. Platforms right now. If we talk about this, if we talk about Twitch, let me tell them I'm inside. Just let them know I'm inside. As streaming platforms go, essentially right now, I'm not Not a big fan of Twitch. A lot of reasons, and some of those reasons also apply to YouTube. So that's, but not even half of those reasons apply to YouTube. So I'm a little more comfortable putting out a podcast / stream daily here. What's it gonna be? It's just gonna be a conversation, really. That's what I want, is to have a conversation with you, the viewers, and just say hi and what's up, and talk about things you guys want to talk about, and just kind of hang out with you guys, and while I play World of Warcraft Classic, or Auto Chess, or Here's the Storm, because why not? Why not just keep it all in the same place for me? It'd just be easier that way, instead of uploading separate instances where I'd have to be making clips and downloading and then re-uploading to YouTube to make myself a little bit more discoverable. I'm actually not great at video editing. Audio editing I had to teach myself, and that was because I was interested in a really long time in going into radio. But instead, what I did was I came here and I said, you know what, I'll just hang out here. And maybe down the line, we'll be able to use Discord to have a guest or two on while we do this, and really just enjoy one another's company, for a lack of a better term here, I'm going to keep adjusting the mic, so until I'm happy with the placement and my ability to speak freely past it. The only concern I have with it is that it's covers so much of my face, but I mean, to get it anywhere where it's not covering my face is really problematic. I didn't pull that because the cat's on passive. All right, so that's another thing. Let's just talk about that. Hunters have a really bad reputation for being train wrecks. I mean, and I do not play in that fashion and style. Like, a lot of times you're going to see me target the tank and then hit F, right? And then what that does is it puts me on the tank's target. All right, so if we got anything that goes sideways from that, that's, generally not on me, in my opinion. And I will hit Fang Death so fast, guys. People are like, it must be, great just being able to ruin a group and feign death. And I'm like, that's oversimplifying it, in my opinion. My honest opinion is it's great to not ruin it, and to not cause mayhem, and to survive other people's reckless behavior. That is something I really deeply enjoy. You'll also see that I'm not even remotely attempting to go full deeps on. Oh, I hit the wrong button. Full deeps on this, because that's another thing I see a lot of in groups and parties when you play Classic. Over DPSing. Like, these trash mobs, you guys are going to burn them down at about the same speed, right? But if you go full in on the tank, right, you're like, oh, the tank's target, insert excuse here, and I just want to do my rotation. That's on you. I mean, it really is on you, because if you pull DPS, like there's this saying I really like, and it used to be big, and then I say it to people now, and I'm like, this is what happened to World of Warcraft. This is in the long run exactly what happened. If the tank dies, it's the healer's fault, right? If the healer dies, it's the tank's fault. If you die, that's your fault. It's just simple, you know? So anyways, the other reason YouTube versus Mixer right now, I really like using so my streaming software is in the background, right? And I have the analytics software up on the page. It's showing me the live stream. I can see it in its live format. And more importantly, I can see concurrent viewers, concurrent likes, things like that. So I have that kind of a live thing that addresses all of my issues, without, and this sounds silly, but I mean this, like, to do this on Mixer, I have to go and mute my own audio, and Lord forbid if I have a commercial cut on, right? And I have Mixer Pro, and so I think people that have Mixer Pro forget that that's a real thing. That's a thing that happens quite a bit. Is that one of those? Yeah. You end up with this kind of tunnel vision on what they must be seeing, because that's what you see, and you forget that if you have Pro, you're not seeing ads, and if they don't have Pro, they are definitely seeing ads. And so when I went to cut my Pro off, I was like, I'm not even using, because I had it because of the software. Used to heavily stream Xbox, and Mixer was just it's an easy choice. I don't have to add software, I don't have to bog down. It just does it all from right there. So I in retrospect. Oh, okay, I can just do my thing here. All right, we can get into this. Boop. Boop. Come on. Boop. There we go. It's one of those things people don't realize how important that is. Positioning for hunters is one of those things people just overlook, man. They're like, oh, why did your DPS drop? Well, the target ran up to me. Nordic. Mine's better. Okay, warning, shooting, mine are better. Oh, no. I just roll neat on those arrows because, I didn't mean to hit that caps lock, but it seemed fitting, so we just left it. I'll do this, though. Bam. That's a lot of runs. It's a lot of runs. I don't actually see who grabbed the staff. Let's see. Well, there's a medallion. I did not grab the staff. I don't think. Let me double check. I would feel like an idiot. Nope, I didn't grab it. I don't know where it is. Not it. Oh, no. Let's not go full aggro. I'm not sure we're gonna have to worry too much about because he's a druid. Druid tanking is amazing in dungeons because it's just constant AoE damage. So it's really hard to hit the wrong target, especially if you were going, with a nice balanced. I'm not going ham every pull, just. As a matter of fact, we can do this. Yeah, because we don't need the growl, so he can just wear his own claw out. I generally turn it off though when I need to. I'm assuming that's a sheep. So. And generally, I'm of the impression you're supposed to go to X last. So, let's hope that's the way they're doing this. I mean, I could be mistaken. So, mine are better. Why is this dungeon 41 plus? Because all these mobs are below 40. It's because that last fight, if you were all level 30, you're all also dead. That's just a fact about Olamon, guys. I'm sorry. Let's start here. Okay, sure. Go kill that guy. Okay. Go kill that guy. Okay. Oh, I don't care. Again, I don't need to be the top of the DPS chart at the behest of my own safety. Yeah, I threw in an arcane there for no reason. Again, I don't need to be the very best on the trash. It's fine. There you go. I tap out one. My favorite thing is I was with a warlock who was a level higher than me, and he accused me of burning my cooldowns to get ahead of him, and I was like, yeah, no, I didn't do anything even remotely like that. I just, worse, I counted to 5 before I engaged. Like you were legitimately falling behind because you're just falling behind. I'm not doing anything special. And then I realized, because I still had a bunch of mana, I wasn't doing, when I say I'm not doing anything special, I didn't realize I literally wasn't. I was just tapping auto attack on the keyboard. So I had no idea. I was just like, nope, just arrows for days. Yeah, like I'm third right now, and it's because I'm not doing anything really. I'm just putting the mark on him, sending the pet in, hitting auto attack. Like during trash pulls, if as a hunter you find yourself doing more than that, and then you get hit, like I hope you're not that guy that immediately it's like, what's up, man? Why you hit me? Why you not holding aggro? He's not holding aggro because you're a damage machine. you're generating way more threat than he can. And if it's a warrior and he doesn't have an AoE and you're a hunter, and you're not attacking his target, you're like, hey man, bullseye back here. How you feeling? Come get some. I still don't have the staff. Alright, what's going on here? I have no idea what's going on here. Let me open another bag, maybe. I have the staff, I don't know it. Nope, I don't have it. Okay, cool. I'll look at that for you guys, so you guys can see the cool little old school animation. So many people have forgotten how to run dungeons. When did that happen? I mean, honestly, I don't know when that happened. Like, people are just like dumbfounded at simple, like, old school things that are like, yeah, you know, you gotta do it this way, and you gotta not dump a ton of junk in there, you know. There we go. See, right at the top of the damage chart. All right, throw in some arcanes. Throw in some arcanes. There you go. Finish top. You know why? Because I don't need to check that box about me. I don't need to be like. I don't need to be like like Pokemon, I need to be the very best. Like no one ever was. Nope, not me. To catch them is my real test, and to train them is my cause. That is kind of the hunter motto, if you think about it. How did I hit that? How did I hit that? Gonna let him skin them all? Actually, let me just skin one to check and see what my current level is. Okay, I should have just hit class and then gun the skills or character sheet. Hey, mystery meat. I can cook that. Let me tell you how much of my decision making is made by what I can cook. It's all of it, really. What I can skin and what I can cook. The grinding skills of... Oh, man. This whole dungeon, even when I took top spot, I did not have on my cool shooty ability, which is kind of funny, to be honest. So I haven't been getting my speed procs. So now when we only do one, a tab targeting is fine. Just make sure you're targeting. Look at the ground, make sure that's what you just targeted. I also tend not to jump right in on a pull for a list of reasons, but the biggest one being I sometimes when it's not even your fault, they're like, oh, hunters, you know, I can't believe the hunter, blah blah blah. And so you get blamed for things you didn't even do as a hunter. You know? And then, yeah, I'm not about that life. I got a really thick skin. Like, I don't really care, right? Like, but it does irritate me because in classic, your reputation could mean a ton, right? People don't give that enough credence because of retail. They're like, who cares? Who cares? No one cares, I can just get into the LF whatever, and I can do all the content. And the truth is, in classic, if you were a jerk, after a while, people found out. Like, people were like, yo, be careful of such and such. I was in a group with him, and he was a jerk. Let me tell you, ironically, where the wrong place to do that is, okay? Wrong place to do that? Do not do that in LFG. Do not be like, don't play with such and such, he's a jerk. Okay, now you're officially a jerk. Like, there's no validating that statement. So, if you and your 4 friends are like, that guy's a jerk, again, there is no validating that statement. Oh. We don't need to fill our inventory with junk from the chest. We're good. Oh, fire. You know what we can do with a fire? We can cook some meat. That's what's up. Look at me wasting time in an instant cooking. I give you all kinds of stuff right now. I don't know what just happened that was so funny, but I'll take it. Oh, these guys aren't even... Yeah, we're gonna just go. We have our growl off, so he's not taunting. So I'm not too worried about pulling threat. But I also very much don't want to AoE anything. You son of a gun! How'd you get in here? Listen, let me tell you a fun fact about Southwest Georgia. Nobody tells you about before you live here. Everybody warns you about the gnats. Okay. There is a very large cockroach population here, right? And they're everywhere outside, right? Because of how many roaches I've seen in the 2 years I've lived here outside, I do not doubt they are going to survive the nuclear war. Because holy crap. True story. We had to be careful. We put out so much pest. Well, we'll call it pesticide, but it was for a multitude of pests, not just like, not bugs and just such. But there was a lot. There was a lot out there because we were having trouble with a couple of, like, we were getting moles and they were tearing our grass was dying, and there were these big patches of grass that started dying because of the moles and a couple of other pests that were in the yard. And so we decided, we're gonna treat it and everything. Plus, I'm a big plant guy, so I don't like using pesticide. I'm big like, hey, let's keep things as natural as possible. That being said, so we go out one day and we're out, like, we have 2 acres. Yeah, we have 2 acres of property. And what's crazier is it's in a neighborhood. We own the entire corner lot of a neighborhood, and it comes out to be about 2 acres. But anyways, so we're But we go out, and I have my power chair, and there's this piece of wood that I've never noticed, right? And I'm clearing something out for my, seriously? I'm clearing something out for my garden, and I flip over this piece of wood. And keep in mind, like, I know how very we didn't treat for fleas. Okay, this is a true story. We didn't treat for fleas. We killed all the fleas in the yard just by happenstance. Okay. So keep that in mind. I flip this thing over. No other bugs. I mean, none. I flip this thing over, and there's a swarm of these little roaches. And I'm like, what the hell? We don't have roaches in the house. Like, which is actually what started this conversation, because I just killed one of these things. I had a thing from outside for my cigars, and I just opened it, and there was one of them fucking in there, and I was like, how'd you get in? Oh, he must have come in when I just opened this. I killed it, and I was like, man. So today is the first day of our cold season, okay? It's the weather breaks. Now, when I say that, hold on, let's get Google in on this. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
In Moultrie, it's currently 88.
Okay, it's 88 right now. Hold on. Hey Google, what's the forecast today? Hey Google, what's today's forecast?
In Moultrie today, it'll be partly cloudy.
Where did I just lose this guy?
A high of 91 and a low of 71. Right now it's 88 and partly cloudy.
Okay, so let's do that again one more time. One more time so you can hear it. Hey Google, what's today's forecast?
Today in Moultrie, it'll be partly cloudy with a forecasted high of 91 and a low of 71.
High of 91.
Currently it's 88 and partly cloudy.
Low of 78, I think is what they said. Now, I promise you, tonight, it'll change to be in the 60s. It'll be like low of 60 something, right? Because of where we live, we get both hot air streams. So we're right next to the Gulf, right? And we also have that Atlantic jet stream that comes past us. So, hurricanes are horrifying, and I'd rather be horrified nothing ever happened than be right. You know what I'm saying? So, we're talking like, we get about maybe 5 hurricane scares a year, right? And fortunately, they're just false alarms. Thank goodness. We've only had one that was of any concern, and that was actually a tropical depression, and it blew a bunch of trees over where we live. That being said, the weather, right, gets really tumultuous around here, and generally we have back and forth days. We have like, there's some hot days and some cold days, some hot days, some cold days. And when that happens, and we're saying cold, like, honestly, like 80 degrees here is cool, okay? But when we have like whoa, that's a whole lot. Oh, I hope he has all that, because I feel like I have to do this. Alright, let's just get over here by him, alright? Okay, alright, let's do this then. Boom. So that's down for a little bit. I don't know who pulled that. The mage pulled that? I must not have been paying attention to how. Either way. But anyways, yeah. So, we're just getting into the cold season now, and one of my favorite. I love bees. I love bees. I think the excuse me. I'm very sorry about that. I love bees, and ants. Love ants. But I love bees. Bees are big. Like if you're a plant lover, bees are your best friend. And in certain ants, like we have Georgia is overrun by fire ants. So I keep I promote army ants now living in our yard, because you'd be surprised the kind of conditions that fire ants will put up with. So we just started getting army ants again this year, and I was happy is really underselling it. I was ecstatic when I saw the first one. Right? Like I was, bar none, super excited. So then I kind of, you can do things to promote, where you want, like, if you want bees to be in a certain area in your yard, right? Plant honeysuckles there. They work really well, all right, for honeybees. You want something to maybe get the bumblebees to frequent a corner of your yard. Now this is toxic, right? But you can plant foxbells, and you get the bumblebees over there, because they're perfectly kind of built for those, right? Okay. Now, let me adjust my chair. Now, with that being said, oh, there we go. All right. With that being said, you can do the same thing with army ants, right? Like, I want to keep army ants in the yard. Number one reason, is a fun fact. I'm not allergic to bee venom. I have a very, very minor reaction to bee venom in any way. And I learned that because I used to raise scorpions, and I got stung by one, and it concerned me because I was like, oh man, you hear all these things, but I want to make sure, because I don't, I think I know what kind of scorpion this is, because I've had this experience with tarantulas. Like, I bought a high-priced tarantula online, and they sent me a pink toe, right? And when he's young, you can't really see, and I was paying for a Vietnamese gargantuan bird eater, and so I didn't know for a really long time that I had the wrong tarantula. Okay, so stay with me here. So I got stung by this scorpion, and I'm like, dude, I need to be sure. So I went to the doctor, and he's like, so you say this is a scorpion sting? And I was like, yeah. And he's like, oh. And he's like, what about this thing on your back? And I was like, what thing on my back? And he's like, you have a stinger in you. And I was like, I do? Again, I'm thinking, how'd the scorpion sting me? And he's like, no, you have a bee stinger. And he's like, when did that happen? I was like, I don't know. God's honest truth, I have no idea when that happened. He's like, it's also not swollen aside from the irritation from the stinger, but he's like, I think you may not be reactive to the venom. And I was like, well, how do you mean? He's like, the venom's supposed to do this certain thing. Found out later, I have something called low chemical tolerance, and it actually doesn't mean what it says. It doesn't mean that you have a low tolerance for chemicals. It means your tolerance levels are different with chemicals than most people's, right? So, like, your body, like, your body does different things with different pHs, stuff like that. Okay. And most people do. So I found out I wasn't allergic to bee venom. And then how that correlates is, and he tells me, he's like, well, he's like, the venom in the scorpion sting is very, very, very similar to bee venom. And had this been what I was afraid it was, which is black, because I have it was a very, very large, emperor scorpion, but I was worried that it was it might be like a black death or something like that. So I just to double check, I took it to the vet afterwards, and I was like, hey, can you confirm that this is an actual emperor scorpion? And we went through the thing, and then after that I used that vet for when I did like like those kinds of pets. Like he was an expert in like the herpetology field, so he was really helpful with me when I was trying to get kind of learning. And then that kind of transcends over into the story where with the army ants. So the army ants, I have cats because we have a barn, and barns attract mice. It's just the way the world works. When it gets cold, it's like, yo, what's up? We want to live in your barn. And so I like cats. Just I used to dislike cats a great deal, but I'm a big dog guy. Like true story. I got so into dogs, and I wanted to be able to train my dog to be an emotional support animal, and not like the kind where people just go online and they're like, I bought a vest, it's an emotional support animal. No, like serious, like emotional support training, morning indicators, things like that. I got really big into that, and I wasn't really big on cats because cats are a pain in it. They're just so troublesome. Well, fun fact, I learned over time that reinforcing behavior and then rewarding behavior is how you get dogs to do things. And then guess what? Works with cats too, guys. Works with cats too. So we would reward them. For doing, like, hey, I caught a mouse. Oh, here's an extra treat because you got a mouse. And so then, all the cats are like, oh, if you catch a mouse, you get an extra treat. And then after a while, you don't have to give them treats anymore. They're just super proud of these mice and other things they catch. And no joke, these cats have brought me snakes. They brought me a full-sized rabbit. They brought me multitudes of moles, squirrels. Just a weird assortment of things, but I rarely saw them leave the barn. So I was like, where are you getting all these? Because at the time, I had a handicap accessibility room built in the barn, and I lived out there. But I got pneumonia. It was the first freeze they'd had here in a very long time, and so I got pneumonia, and it was a little unheard of at the time. I don't need that on now. I don't know how I pulled that guy off of the... Oh, that's why, because I'm tapping the arcane shot. Oh, man. I'm a rock star, y'all. I had no idea I was doing that. Well, there goes my mana. I notice he doesn't cast the pre-heal, which is interesting. Alright, let's not spam the arcane shot again. Let's give it a little dignity here. Don't you hate it when the inside end of your nose itches and you're like, my big old sausage fingers are gonna reach in there, so it's just gonna have to itch. And settling for that is just unsettling. It's like, oh man, it's just gonna itch all day. There's nothing I can do. Alright, well, this run's been pretty smooth aside from the time the mage died for pulling all the scorpions on us, but, the rest of us lived, right? You gotta look at life with a winning attitude. The rest of us lived, so it was alright. Mostly. Oh, I hate this fight. Yeah, I can't be up here for this. I thought we were supposed to sheep the... Okay, whatever. Alright, so... Yeah, I'm gonna use cooldowns on this just to get this over with really quickly. Alright, bang that out. Don't need that. Bang that out. Hey, he's mini. Look at the little mini. Oh, that's adorable. That's adorable. This tiny little kitten just ate a full-size troglodyte. How long does that last? I don't know. Let's look at it for a second, because I'm not... Oh, well, yeah, no, it reduces his stamina. If you need him. That was nice of that guy, though. I'm not going to need on things since I already won something. Hey. It's awesome. Thanks for looking out. One day, these guys were looking for RFC, and they're like, just need one more DPS. And when a couple of minutes, he needs DPS in a tank. So I just sent him a message. I don't say anything. Like I was like 30 something. I was like, yo. Hunter looking for RFC. That's all I said. Guy invited me. No one checked my level. I get there. He's like, Are you too high for this? And I was like, strap in, boys. We're going for a ride. I was like, you can just get whatever you want. We don't need a tank anymore. And they're like, what? Really? And I was like, yeah, we're just going to run this. So I did. So I just ran through RFC like 4 times, just like back to back to back. It took me no time. Well, it also took me no time because I had an ape pet, so I was able to AoE aggro things to keep him on the pet. So I was like, oh, Thunderstomp, no problem. No problem. It was in Walmart, and I saw Time Magazine Special Edition mental health. Mental health or mental illness, I can't remember. But I'm really surprised. that they have this whole like special edition dedicated to that. You know, not that they shouldn't. They should. It's a big issue that I don't think gets enough attention. But I was, was very interested. And also, like, there was, like, the subtitle. It was, like, there was another, like, mention of an article in there. And it's, like, the anti-depressant. I'm like, wait, what? What is it? Why would you want that? That's cool. That's cool. Bring it in. What am I going to do? What am I going to... I can't do anything, man. I can't do anything. Oh, there we go. I can do that. Booyah, baby. Oh, I hope that isn't because of me. I hope that is not because of me. So we're going to sit down and have some lunch. Woo. Okay, dope. Works for me. I like winning. Winning's great. Well, I'm not sure I like these odds. Let's reverse these so I can hold on to that till, yeah, there we go. Tank has him. Startled me. I didn't realize I was that close. Woo! That scared me a little bit. I mean, I knew I was close, but I didn't know I was that close. Like, I didn't realize it was going to happen any second. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. We did just reduce the cost of my shots, so... Not too worried about overspending my mana right now. All right. Okay. All right, well, see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen. I think we're going to focus on the tank's target. Because I am very aware that I can just pull threat if I go ham. So I'm going to do this as carefully as possible. And of course, if anything runs past me to the if the heel's behind me, then I'll get the pet on him. But looks like we should be all right. You know, when it comes down to boss crunch time, I'm the man, so I'm not worried about it. Oh man, this is the exploding dude's room. Not a huge fan. Well, there are worse fights in here. He must have used slice and dice. Which is fine. Again, I'm not here to be the very best. I'm just here to make sure I help them cut down stuff. I mean, I legitimately don't ever want to get those, so. Okay, I can do that. Alright, so I mean, we're making progress, anyways. Alright, cool. Alright, that's done. No problem. No problem. It's high noon. I don't really actually like Overwatch, but I like Paladins better. Not that I play either of them anymore, but Paladins' content is huge. Paladins is Paladins? Oh yeah, we all gotta click on this thing, I forgot. Boom. I only got so much air in my lungs, boys. I'm gonna hold off to 2 or 3 before I go Mega Pet. And that is over a couple of concerns. Okay. I think we're gonna go 3. Mega Pet in action. Let's go. Let's go. Almost wasted that multi-shot. Okay. I think we're just gonna let the pet roll. Yeah, we're just gonna let the pet roll. Oh, unplugged my headset. How about that? That's genius. That's how you win at YouTube right there, boys. You just break it. All right. I mean, no, that's fine. He doesn't have to wait on me, to be honest. I'm completely okay with that. There we go. All right. Works well, guys. Works well. Let's feed the pet. There we go. There it is. It was in there somewhere. Okay. Cool. Like the other side of the pillow, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh no. Oh no. No, we got this. We're good. Cigar beard for the win. All right, cool. Huh. Alright, well, there you go. That's how you boys do it. Step 1, tab target. Step 2, confirm target. Step 3, hit number 1. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play today. Look at me. I can be center field. It's got that great number gun glitch. I gotta walk around this pillar to get to you. Don't worry, these are actually, this cliff here is actually more of a suggestion than a rule. Alright. We are in the home stretch, boys. Boom, 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 boom. I should have asked for some water from the mage earlier. Should have done a lot of things. Well, I haven't got an email saying I was flagged, so that's a step in the right direction, everybody. No one was like, yo, you can't do this. Oh, you didn't know? You better call somebody. I think we're just gonna go all in. Oh. Back to regular shooting speed.
To my side, brothers, for the Makers.
Ooh. Of the Owl. Well, I guess it's not bad for Oh, yeah, not the ring. Yeah, I'm just gonna agree on that. Everybody that can res is dead. Well, I'm chilling to see what you get. he got no, and no. Don't care. Fine by me. Oh. Looking for tank or DPS for Wildemon. Can I already redo this? The discs are now ready. Okay. I click on them. They're not ready. What is up? What are you talking about? I must first satisfy. Okay. That's what I did wrong, boys. I didn't click my way through the text. Retro version of the discs too in origin. One of the sages in Thunder Bluff. Nah. I think we're just gonna zone out and go grind some more pirates. Actually, we might take a break. I'm gonna have to take some pills that are gonna put me asleep here in a second. But I want to thank you guys for joining me for Uldaman. That was fun. Let's see. I guess I will be back later. I guess is what we're gonna do, and see if we can get some interest later. But that was a good Uldaman run. I liked it. And streaming here was not as bad as I thought it was going to be. It was not as complicated as last time. So, alright. I am Cigar Beard. You guys have been you. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time, which may be later today. Until then, peace out.